perform a depth jump. So to start the exercise, we're just going to step up onto the box. Then from here, we're going to take a nice soft jump down into a squat position, then lift up and jump again. Okay, so if you want to walk back round. So making sure as you lower down off the box, you're making a nice soft landing, heels are down into the ground, abs are nice and braced, and making sure you're really bending the knees and using the legs to help you drive up nice and high on the second jump. Good work. We're going to perform an arm circle, okay? So if you just lift the arms up in line with the shoulders, okay, then we're just going to bring them forwards, just performing nice little circles, okay? And then we're just going to make these a little bit bigger. Well done. And now we're going to change direction, so going backwards, starting nice and big, and then we're going to go nice and small. And just be mindful of posture here, just making sure the knees are nice and soft and keeping those abs nice and braced. Well done.
This exercise is the cat and camel stretch. David, if you're going to come down onto all fours. And what I'd like you to do is take a big deep breath in. Tilt your lower ribs towards the floor, round your upper back up to the ceiling. And hold that stretch. And then exhale, and as you breathe out, drop your chest towards the floor, bring your chin up slightly. And feel the stretch through your back. Well done, David.
Okay, so we're starting with the squat. The feet are going to start just outside shoulder width apart. The shoulders are going to roll back away from the ears, keep the chest nice and high. We're going to bend, break at the hips, so the hips go back and down. And on the upward phase, drive through your heels and squeeze your bum. So we should do that again. Bum just comes parallel to the floor, shoulders back, break, keep the abs nice and braced.
We're going to perform a sit-up. Okay, so to start with the technique, we need to make sure we bend the knees so the feet are flat on the floor. Okay, then the fingertips are going to come onto the temples, the elbows nice and wide, and then we're just going to lift the chest up, bringing the elbows in just so they come up and hover the thighs. Okay, so lift up and then we just lower down. That's good. Well done.
This is the side plank lift. So laying down onto one side, onto the floor, keeping the elbow in a straight line with your shoulder. Inhale in, bring the hips up, keep the core nice and tight until your hips reach a level line with your shoulders. Exhale on the way down, inhale on the way up, holding it tight onto your core. Exhale on the way down, we'll do one more. Inhale in, hold it tight, exhale out, and relax. Well done, Sarah.
We're going to perform the kneeling Superman. Okay, so to start position, you just need to bring the knees under the hips and the hands are underneath the shoulders. From there, we're just going to bring up the left leg and the right arm out nice and straight, just making sure you keep that nice flat back and the abs nice and braced and the hips are square to the floor. And then just repeat on the opposite side. Just reaching right up to the fingertips, right down to the toes. Well done.
So we're now going to be mobilizing our thoracic spine. So interlacing your fingers behind your head, lift the chest up and pull the shoulders back. Then rotate over to the left until you can feel the ribs opening up. Hold for 30 seconds on one side and then slowly rotate over to the other side. Very good, Sarah. Well done.
This exercise is the cat and camel stretch. David, if you're going to come down onto all fours. And what I'd like you to do is take a big deep breath in. Tilt your lower ribs towards the floor, round your upper back up to the ceiling. And hold that stretch. And then exhale, and as you breathe out, drop your chest towards the floor, bring your chin up slightly. And feel the stretch through your back. Well done, David.
We are now going to be stretching the hamstrings. So if you want to step in with your right foot forward, bend your left knee, place your hands over your left hip, lift your torso up and push your bottom out. Hold the stretch until you feel a nice comfortable pull onto your hamstrings for about 30 seconds and then switch legs. Okay, we're now going to be stretching the glutes. So lying down onto a gym mat, if you bend both knees, then place your right foot over your left knee. Then lifting both legs up, interlace your fingers behind your right knee and pull gently until you feel a nice comfortable stretch into your glutes. Hold for 30 seconds, then repeat on the other side. So until you feel the stretch, and then release and relax. We are now going to be stretching the quads and the hips. So lying down on a gym mat, onto one side, grasp your left ankle with your left hand, keeping the knees in line, pushing the hips forward in order to increase the stretch onto hip flexors and onto the front of the thighs. Hold for about 30 seconds on each side and then repeat on the other. We're going to switch to the other side, so rotate to the other side. Bend both knees, legs together, hips forward and stretch. So we're now going to be stretching the calves. So with your feet hip width apart, if you step back with your right foot, bend your left knee and push your right heel down into the ground until you find a nice comfortable stretch onto a calf. Then hold for 30 seconds and repeat to the other side. So if you want to switch legs, left leg back, push your heel down and hold the stretch. You can hold your hands by your hips. So we're now going to be stretching your IT bands. So beginning with your feet hip width apart, step in with your left foot forward and lift your right arm up. Then feel the right hip traveling up towards the ceiling until you feel a nice stretch onto the side of your thigh. Keep the knees nice and soft and hold the stretch for up to 30 seconds on each side. Very good, Sarah.